Hello, let's do the New York Times games for Sunday, November 30th. All right, we have cockatiel, sparrow, and swallow. These are birds, but we also have sparrow and hook, which are captains. So, which is which? Maybe both. Is Captain Silver a thing? Was Captain Long John Silver? Or is that just the restaurant? Or is it named after an actual character? I guess it wouldn't matter either way. What would be the fourth captain? Captain Miss? Don't think so. Captain Lemon? Not that I've ever heard of. I don't see a fourth one, so that might be a trick. It might be the birds. What would be the fourth bird? A turkey. Turkey could also go with Cameroon, though, as countries. Although Turkey doesn't spell it this way anymore. They changed the way they spell it. It's like Turkiye, something like that. But still, most people still spell it this way. So maybe, but I don't see other countries either. Whistle blew, not whistle blow or whistleblower. Whistle blew. That's an interesting clue. I think I just saw something. Whistle blew. It ends in a homophone of a color, unread. Teal, cockatiel. Uh-oh, I'm onto something. That's what Cameroon is. It ends in maroon. Okay, this has to be purple. Let's just double check, make sure I'm not missing anything. I don't think so. This is purple, ending in a homophone of a color. There you go, nice. First purple first in a few days, so that's pretty good. It's pretty nice. So that takes cockatiel out of the potential bird category. I wonder if that's a rainbow herring. Although without Cameroon, we're definitely not doing countries. I mean, there was only two of them to begin with, but still. So what is Turkey going with if it's not the birds? So are we thinking about the food? Or you're a turkey, like you're somebody who messed up. You're the one who screwed things up for your team. You're the turkey. You're the bust. Wait up, doesn't turkey also mean 3 strikes in a row in bowling? I don't see other bowling terms in here. All right, you swallow something, you stomach it, you bear it, you stand it. That's just to put up with something. All right, that seems like a category. We still have the potential captain category with sparrow, hook, and silver. I don't know what the fourth captain would be, though. Captain Lemon? Captain Bust? Captain Luffy? I don't know what Luffy is otherwise. So that makes me think that's the most likely, because I have no idea what Luffy would be otherwise. All right, let's say that swallow, bear, stand, and stomach was a category. And let's just throw Luffy into this category. What would be the other 4? Miss, lemon, turkey, and bust. Oh, a lemon, if you bought a car that broke down right after. It's called a lemon, you know. It's like you bought something that was bad. This is just something that doesn't live up to expectations. Let's put it that way. All right, that's a synonym category, so that's probably not blue. And then swallow, bear, stand, and swallow, bear, stand, and stomach is also a synonym category. So I'm going to go with sparrow, hook, silver, and Luffy as blue as a captain category. Oh, they're just fictional pirates. Okay, well, close enough. So which one of these is now green? I think swallow, stomach, stand, and bear is more obvious than lemon, turkey, bust, and miss. So I'm going to do this one as green. All right, a flop. There you go. That's a good word for it, a flop. And then this is just to put up with something. Tolerate. All right, nice. Man, this streak I'm on, I think my previous longest was 36, so I'm 10 past that. This is a heck of a run I'm on right now. I wonder if we can get to 50. Only 4 more days. All right, let's see what they give it. 2.7. It did feel a little tricky. Even though I got a perfect, it felt tricky. All right, let's see what the bot says. Ooh, 4 out of 5 difficulty, 51% solve rate. None and 1 tied, and then a bit of a drop down to 2 and 3 mistakes before losing is just by far the biggest category here. 1 in 114 is, that's about right for reverse rainbow most of the time. Alright, a little over half getting yellow first, and then the fictional pirates, and then purple, and then green. I mean, this one is pretty slangy. Like, turkey was the only thing that even made me think of that a little bit. Well, bust too. Turkey and bust. Lemon, I think, was more commonly used back in like when used car lots were a big thing and you'd see them on TV, like back in the 80s, maybe the early 90s. I remember lemon being used a bit more. I haven't heard it in a while. So yeah, I can see green being pretty difficult. Let's check ever. So for ever yellow, not everybody's getting it. Only about 3/4. Kind of a bit of a drop down to blue. And then green slightly overtakes purple forever here. Oh, 19% just getting nothing. Then yellow, blue, yellow, green, blue, yellow, blue. So blue and yellow are the categories that if you lose, you might be getting. And then maybe green, but definitely not purple. Whistle blue just was such an odd clue. The fact that it was past tense, I don't think I've ever heard of something whistle blue. I don't know if I've ever heard that in the past tense before. And then, so that just made me think of whistle or blue. And then I just clicked. Birds, yeah, there's a rainbow herring there. Felt fairly obvious. But as soon as I saw sparrow and hook, I was like, oh, captains. And that kind of made me shy away from the birds. Man, a lot of these mistakes have like multiple colors in them. I mean, this one has blue and purple. This one has green and purple, although it's 2 from each, but this one has 3 different colors. This one has 3 different colors. This one has 4 different colors. A lot of people just having no idea what's going on here. On to the mini crossword. All right, snug and comfortable, cozy. 8 crazy nights or 12 angry men. Movie. Just movie? It says or, not and, so probably just singular. It's impossible for me to do that. I don't know. Dog breed famously owned by Queen Elizabeth II. No idea. Simon Says is the children's game. Hot drink consumed after sledding, perhaps. Cocoa? Egg producing organ, ovary. Pithy criticism, zings. Giant snowman, yeti. Equipment for podcaster mics. Ooh. 34 seconds. Fantastic. My best mini in a while. Well, I think I did one that was under 40 seconds earlier in the week. But lately the minis have not been kind to me. In general. All right, did I miss anything? I can't. It's impossible for me to do that. Okay. Corgi. I did not know she owned corgis. I do love corgis, though. I think I got everything else. Cozy movie. Yeah, this was singular. I was a little hesitant about that one, but then I remembered that it was or, not and. That makes a big difference. On to pips. All right. This needs to be 3. What do we have 3 of? 3 4s. Okay. Let's see, we could go maybe 4 5. This would have to be 1 4. Do we have a 2 4? We do not. 1 6 and then 0 4. That makes sense. Okay, 0 4. If I could place it correctly, this will be 4 3. No, this will be. No! This will be 4 3 this way. Alright, almost 30 seconds. Not great. Felt like 10 of those seconds were me just trying to place the dominoes. On to medium. Okay, this has to be greater than 1. We have a lot of low numbers in here. 2 zeros have to go here. We have 5 zeros though, so that doesn't really help us all that much. This is a... Do we have a 2? We do have a 2, so this could be a 0 2 down. Or a 2 something. We do like 2 3 and then 0 0. That's a possibility. Let's just go with it. Let's just go. All right. This would have to be 8 on its own, which doesn't work. So, but we could do this and then this. That works. And we could do 9. How do we do a 9? 6 5. Yeah. 6 5 3 0 0 1. All right, 50 seconds. Not terrible, but not fantastic either. Just there were so many zeros, it felt like there was so many ways of doing this, although now that I'm looking at it, I'm not sure. The 4 4 I think has to go here. Maybe. We don't have another domino that equals 8, so unless there's a different way to do this with a different layout, like moving the dominoes over, this 4 4 had to go here. On to hard. Alright, it was a big one. Let's see, this is 18, so this has to be 3 6s. How many 6s do we have? We have only 3 6s, so that's good to know. We have a 6, 4. Do we have enough 4s for this equals in here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 4s. So that would be exactly equal. I think we're going to need a double domino in here. Do we have a double 4? We don't. Okay. We have 2. We have double 2. What else do we have a double of? We have a double 3. We do have enough 3s to go in here. Alright. We have a ton of zeros in here. How many zeros do we have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. 2 of them have to go here, 1 of them has to go here, 1 of them has to go here. Okay, that limits things a bit. Good to know. Zero and less than 2, that could just be the 0, 1. Alright, how are we doing this 6 over here? We could do 6, 6 and then just 6, 4. I mean, that just makes a lot of sense. In fact, it's the only thing that really makes sense, because I don't think we can stick the 4s in here. Because again, we don't have a double 4. So then we need something with a greater than 4. This is either going to be 2 1s or a 0 and a 2. That seems very open, so I'm just going to leave it. So this has to be either the 2s or the 3s, I think. What do we have in here? Do we have like a 3 with a less than 2? We have a 3, 1. Do we have a 2, 1? We also have a 2, 1, so that doesn't really help. We have a 2, 2, 2, 0, 2, 4, so this 2, 4 could go here too, so that doesn't really help either. Although, how many 2s do we have that doesn't include the 0? Because this 0, 1 has to go over here somewhere. So we have 1, 2, 3, we still have 3 2s. It still feels like the 3s are going over here. Let's try this. 3, 3, 3, 1, and then 3, 4. That works. 0 and less than 2. We could do this. Could do this. We could do 0, 2 up. And then 2, 2 right here. That works. What do we have 3 of? We still have 3 more 2s, so we could even put all the 2s in here. But we don't have a greater than 4. We don't. Well, we do if we do this. But we don't have another double 2. That would make this a double. That doesn't work. Do we have enough 1s? We don't. Maybe the 3s don't go over here. Let's try the 2s over here then. Let's see, we got 2. We could do 2, 3 right here. And then 2, 1 maybe. That's possible. Let's do we have a 0, 3, 0, 4, 0, 5? We don't, but so maybe this just goes here like this. We have a 0 with a greater than 4, we do, so we could do this here. Do we have a 0, 3? We don't. We have a 0, 1 though, so that 0, 1 could still go here. We need a 3 with something that we still have 2 other things of. We have a 3, 1, but we don't have 2 more 1s. So we can't do 3, 1 down. We have 3, 4. We do have other 4s. So we could do this. And then 4, 2. 0, 4. Oh, I think I figured it out. 0, 4, 0, 2. Hopefully those other 2 dominoes fit up there. I think they do, because we have the 0, 3, and the 5. Or not the 0, 3, the 1, 3, and then the 1, 5. All right. 4 minutes is not fantastic, but I tried the 3s over here, and that was just wrong. The 6s were forced, but it didn't really seem like that forced anything else. Like, the 2 and the 3 both had things that could fit in here, you know? Like in these 2 spots. The 0, 1 I think I put in here in both cases. So it's just trying some things, I guess. Maybe I could have, maybe I should have tested how many zeros could go up like this. Because I don't think we had a double 0. We didn't. So whatever went here had to go up here. So it had to be paired with something that had at least 3 dominoes. But that could have been the 1s. Although with the 2 over here, maybe I could have figured it out if I focused on this a bit more. But I didn't. Alright, if you're enjoying the videos, please leave a like and subscribe and let me know how you did on all the puzzles today.